I was a junior in high school when I first met Riah. More specifically, I was in the same karaoke room as him when we sang our hearts out. He kind of disappeared from my life after that experience. We still saw each other in the hallways, in between periods, or during lunch. We didn't really interact though, besides the occasional hand wave. Our senior English teacher, Mr. Faracco, actually brought us together. We were presenting our reflection posters in the library, along with various items that represented us. I brought my favorite vinyl in the world. It was called I Let It In and It Took Everything by a band called Load. At this point, this band wasn't extremely well known, so you can understand that I was surprised to hear that another student liked the same album as me. My teacher told me that this student would come to visit my exhibit during my presentation time. It kind of surprised me to find out that Riah was the mystery student. From there, we became way better friends. We talked a lot, we made music together, and he helped me film videos I wanted to do for my art. We were fresh out of high school, trying to figure out how in the world we were going to blow up, or how we were going to get super successful off our work. Fast forward to now, and we're still very much those creative kids, dreaming of a future where we can do what we want. We still love creating and being stupid, calling with each other and friends, talking, gaming. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell we're mad, we're frustrated. It's been a year, and it feels like we're snailing to where we want to go. I question if we have what it takes to get there sometimes. I feel like our dreams are just getting beat out of us. It's been a year and we're still impatient to succeed. I've always been attracted to the idea of balance, yet it's so hard to achieve. Balancing college, life, work, social life, among other responsibilities. It just becomes so tiring. Every day can be so exhausting that when you can finally get to what you want to do, you just can't put your all into it. I think that Riah is the perfect example of a man with balance. He does juggle it all, sometimes costing his passion in the process. There's definitely a divide between musicians and videographers to a degree. The way I handle balance is completely different than him. I wanted to see and hear firsthand about how his journey is so far.
Concrete foundation is turned into shifting sand. Maybe Rudy was...
Take 3.
My name is Riah, what people know on the internet, and I am based in Pasadena, California.
So, you know this question was going to come to you eventually. What does music mean to you?
I like to think also it's like a friend, you know? I guess a friend that talks to me, but it's more as like, it's just the best thing I ever experienced in my lifetime. It's like therapy for me. I mean, I'm just venting on top of a track that I made, which is a beat. It's just more like a way to escape from reality. I can't find anything better than it. When I listen to music at the gym, at house, or I'm at school, just anywhere, it's just like, it is comforting. It's the best thing I ever had. So whenever I make music, hear music, talk about music, it's just feel like I'm hugging a friend. I'm just like someone's there for me. That's what music means to me. it was definitely a voice for me growing up. So memories of music were always there. As a young teen, as when I was younger, I was kind of more of like a rebel. I didn't really care about rules. Living in the LA area, there would be times where like even authority, like cops for example, will pull over my dad and I because we look quote unquote dangerous. So you can hear that definitely in the music. Rock, punk, that's what I was really into. Fugazi, like Minor Threat, Misfits, they got me active. I felt like I felt what they felt. It represents my life.
Finding bits and pieces of it all within you. What is like just going from that? Like, what is your like creative process like? Just knowing that you have like that type of history and all this kind of pent up musical talent is inside you.
Creative process wise, you can hear in every song I make, there is drops of like different artists that I grew up with. For example, I mean like my first EP, Everlasting Love, there's a lot of slam metal. I guess now music, I slamaholic. I mean, I listened to that in high school, and even a little bit of 90s rock, like Deftones, like new metal. Definitely hear that. And I mean, like, the lyrics-wise, it might not be the same as the bands I listen to, but it reflects on my life. So when making a song, I kind of want to make something that's kind of pure to me at that time period. Everlasting Love dropped when I was fresh out of high school, and I was still like skating around locally, going against authority. I was being a very bad kid. So you can just hear that rebelness, I don't care what you say, I do my own rules type of thing, you know? And now I feel like I'm more like going through adult stage, growing up, responsibilities. It's a lot more heavier still, but it's emotional. Usually when I do my process with any song, when I do my tracks, off that, I would just think, how can I make it sound like what I'm going through? If I'm going through a heartbreak, if I'm doing stress, you know, if I'm have trauma built up, you know, how can I say it in a way it sounds like what that went through? I can go angry, I can go sad, dull. And lyrics-wise, they just come off right top of the head. I don't use no pen. I'm not sitting down thinking, how can I make it sound like this? No, it's just straight from experience. A lot of people will disagree. That's not true art, but I don't know. That's how my brain works, you know?
So kind of diverging from like music and music processes, I'm just curious, are you in school right now?
Yes, right now I'm in junior college. At first I was studying music, but I mean, I don't know, the nursing school kept on calling my name, so I love nursing so much. But it is very stressful when it interplays with my life and music, because it does get in the way, and there's points where I can't do music, or I put a pause on it for a long time because I'm too busy like to my classes or trying to be an adult. Yeah, sometimes music can't be my only thing right now. Sometimes my future depends on like the school.
Is it hard enough putting it all into what you want to do?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I really wish I went to, I don't know, like a music school and just did music 24 hours a day. I know that means like cutting off social life and cutting off a relationship like my girlfriend, but I can't put it all into one thing. But it's a dream. At the end of the day, I have to be really responsible. I have to be really logistic and realistic, you know? I can't do things out of a dream. Sadness.
Thank you so much, Riah. When you're swimming in a sea of doubt, hope feels almost impossible to hold on to. We're constantly reminded of the odds stacked against us, how unlikely success is if we follow certain paths. It's discouraging, to say the least, but somehow we push on. That's what Riah and I are doing. Even when success isn't guaranteed, we're still here, still trying. Riah is pursuing his newfound dream of becoming a nurse while chasing his passion for music. And I'm on my own path, and I'm really thankful for the teacher who believed in us and brought us together back in high school. Because of that, we found courage in each other to keep going, to keep creating, to keep reaching. And because of that, that's just made us who we are. And that's how we move forward.